नमस्कार। ओरेटर्स हाउस बुटवलको नियमित छलफल श्रृङ्खला अन्तर्गत 28औं सेसनमा म आजको कार्यक्रमको सहजकर्ता सञ्जय सिंह केसी यहाँलाई हार्दिक स्वागत गर्दछु। ओरेटर्स हाउस बुटवलको आयोजना थिङ्क एन्ड ग्रो एजुकेसन बुटवलको प्रस्तुति नेक्स्ट एजुकेसन कन्सल्टेन्सी बुटवल एजुकेसन पार्टनरको रूपमा रहेको यो छलफल श्रृङ्खलामा पोसिबल फाउन्डेसनको प्राविधिक सहयोग रहेको छ। यसैगरी आजको कार्यक्रममा हामीलाई जयसवाल युथ क्लबको समेत सहयोग रहेको छ। हरेक हप्ता जस्तै यस हप्ता पनि हामी फरक विषय र नयाँ अतिथि लिएर यहाँहरूमाझ उपस्थित भएका छौँ। कोरोना महामारीले सारा विश्वलाई नै प्रभावित पारिरहेको वर्तमान परिस्थितिमा हामी नेपाली पनि यसको प्रभावबाट अछुतो छैनौँ। यद्यपि कडा आत्मविश्वास दृढताका साथ कोभिड विरुद्धको लडाईँ निरन्तर जारी नै छ। कोभिड महामारीले निम्त्याएको विकराल अवस्थाले देश, समाज, परिवार, व्यक्ति लगायत व्यापार व्यवसाय र जनजीवन समेत अत्यन्त प्रभावित भएको छ। लामो समयसम्मको लकडाउनबाट अहिले क्रमशः जनजीवन पुनः सहजतातर्फ अगाडि बढ्ने क्रममा देखिए पनि समाजमा, राष्ट्रमा र अन्तर्राष्ट्रिय रूपमा पनि डर र त्रास कायम नै रहेको छ। यसै परिस्थितिमा धेरै युवाहरूले यो समयलाई सदुपयोग गर्दै आफ्नो व्यक्तित्व र क्षमता विकासमा सक्रिय रहेको देखिएको छ। हरेक मान्छे जीवनमा सफल हुन चाहन्छ र त्यसको निम्ति आफ्नो सिप र क्षमताले भ्याएसम्म सफल हुनको निम्ति हरेक व्यक्तिले प्रयास गर्दछ। हरेक मान्छेभित्र हामी असीमित शक्ति रहेको हुन्छ भनेर भन्ने गर्छौँ, तर यद्यपि हामीले आफूभित्रको त्यो वास्तविक क्षमतालाई पहिचान गर्न नसकेर जीवनमा सोचे अनुरूपको सफलता प्राप्त गर्न सक्दैनौँ। यसै सन्दर्भमा हाम्रो आजको विषय रहेको छ द च्याम्पियन विदिन यु, जसको मतलब हामी भित्रको त्यो च्याम्पियन, हामी भित्रको त्यो जुन असीमित शक्ति रहेको छ, त्यो असीमित शक्तिलाई पहिचान गर्ने यस विषयमा आज हामी चर्चा गर्नेछौँ। आज ओरेटर्स हाउस बुटवलमा हामीसँग एकजना युवा व्यक्तित्व, मोटिभेसनल स्पिकर तथा सक्सेस सोसाइटी इन्टरनेसनलका सिइओ वैभव नाहटा हुनुहुन्छ। उहाँ मकालु टेलिभिजन सो होस्टको रूपमा पनि आबद्ध हुनुहुन्छ। यसै गरी वैभव ग्लोबल एन्टरप्रेन्योरशिप बुट क्याम्पमा कन्ट्री डिरेक्टरको रूपमा जिम्मेवारी सम्हाल्दै विभिन्न राष्ट्रिय र अन्तर्राष्ट्रिय कार्यक्रममा सहभागी भइसक्नु भएको छ। आजको सेसनको पहिलो चरणमा वैभवजीले आफ्नो आजको यस विषयमा द च्याम्पियन इन यु, द च्याम्पियन विदिन यु भन्ने विषयमा पहिलो चरणमा वैभवजीले आफ्नो मोनोलग व्यक्त गर्नुहुनेछ, आफ्नो विचार राख्नुहुनेछ। त्यसपछिको दोस्रो चरणमा हामी उहाँसँग यस विषयमा थप कुराकानी र युवा लगायत युवासँग सम्बन्धित विषयवस्तुमा हामी थप छलफल गर्नेछौँ। हामीलाई ओरेटर्स हाउस बुटवलको फेसबुक र युट्युब लाइभ, त्यसैगरी जयसवाल युथ क्लब बुटवल लगायत विभिन्न प्लेटफर्मबाट प्रत्यक्ष हेरिरहनुभएका दर्शकहरूले, सम्पूर्ण युवा साथीहरूले कुनै पनि प्रश्न सोध्न चाहनुहुन्छ भने भिडियोको कमेन्ट बक्समा कमेन्ट गर्न सक्नुहुनेछ। हामीले हाम्रो कार्यक्रमको समयभित्र यहाँको जिज्ञासाहरू, यहाँको प्रश्नहरूलाई लिने सक्दो प्रयास गर्नेछौँ। On this note, without any further delay, I would like to welcome our guest for the day, the very energetic, the very young, dynamic Mr. Vaibhav Nahata at Orators House Butwal. Vaibhavji, welcome to Orators House Butwal. Over to you.
Hola, hi, namaste. I'm super duper excited, Sanjay ji. With the Dhaka topi in your head, you are looking amazing today.
Thank you so much. The floor is yours now, Vaibhavji. You can carry on.
Sanjay ji, if you knew me as a middle school student, हजुरले के कुराहरु पहिलादेखि नै थाहा हुन्छ होला. Math, science, karate, dance, talking to girls. I was good at none of them. But I was good at one thing, right? Now, कतिजनाले बिलिभ गर्नुहुन्छ कि no matter where you stand, what you do, सबैको भित्रमा एउटा स्पेशल गिफ्ट हुन्छ, one special talent that you are known for, right? And my special talent was special. मैले चाहिँ for that special talent, not only I was known in my class, but in my school, but also I was known for this special talent in my whole neighborhood. And my special talent, skill was getting beaten for no reason, getting bullied. I don't don't know if you have been bullied by bullies in life. Well, I don't know if you have been bullied by, bullies in life, but I'm sure you have been beaten by life itself. You know? So when was that happening to me? When that was happening to me, there were so many people, bullies generally चाहिँ seniors ले juniorलाई हानिरहेको हुन्छ. मेरो केसमा it was my classmates, my seniors and my juniors. Right? So when I was going through all of that, सबै bully मध्ये एउटा चाहिँ special थियो है. His name was Sahil. He was tall and fit. हैन, देख्न चाहिँ he looked like Ravi Lami Chhane, but he was a Mukunde version of him. Right? So the other day, as I was walking back to my classroom after the games period, 7th period, as I was walking back, Sahil came out of nowhere and slapped me in my face. And yeah, I got really angry. So I took my hands, I clenched my face, my shoulders tala gare, after kapal milaye, chashma tala gare, and then I started crying. Why do you do this to me all the time? Really bihariya huncha yaar. I mean, Sahil at that moment, उसले चाहिँ हाँसेर गइहाल्यो सायद. No one cared. So that day I was really angry, frustrated, and I was down. So I went back to my classroom, to the water bottle, went to washroom, poured the water all over my head and shouted, "Why me always?" I went to the bus, and 20 minutes back to my home looked like ages, literally ages. I got back to my home, मैले gate खोले room का, आफ्नो ड्याङ गएर हाने पिलो लिए माथि, I put it over my head and started crying for an entire hour until my only soulmate, Roshan sir, came to me. अब तपाईको जीवनमा पनि एउटा close soulmate छ भने, whom you can share all of your things to, type yes in the chat section. Right? For that soulmate for me was Roshan sir. But Roshan sir looked like Dwayne the Rock Johnson. He was all fit and he was all tall. Different he had a lot of hairs and they were really long. Right? So what happened is that Roshan sir came to me and asked me what happened. And I was like, and Roshan sir was like, "Ke banna khujya Vaibhav?" I was like, and Roshan sir looked me in the eyes and said, "Vaibhav, stop speaking like Sher Bahadur Deuba. What do you mean?" So I somehow relaxed myself, put myself in a better position. And after some time, I explained to him that Sahil hit me once again, yo boyo. And then I said to him, "Roshan sir," literally like this, "Roshan sir, I'm going to be a nobody. He's going to something like this and that." And that day, he took my collars and caught it like this. And he came close to my face just like this. Like, "Can you see me?" Johnson allegory just thing. And there was me. And Roshan sir changed my life with one single sentence that he said that day. Roshan sir said to me, "Vaibhav," and he was so intentional. And then he said to me, "Vaibhav, you are a champion, but you have to be you to be the champion." Hey, what? You are a champion, but you have to be you to be the champion. And that day I put a mission into my life that I will do the best of what I am. And that's what happened after that. From getting bullied, that day I went back, I was beaten again. But that day, even after Sahil hit me once again, the next day in the school, when I had scars in my face, and even if you can see over here, I have hits over here in my face, Sahil hit me. But that day with scars in my face and blood in my forehead, I stood up once again to say, "I'm a champion, but I have to be me to be the champion." You are a champion, but you have to be you to be the champion. So when we talk about the champion in you, it's about 3 steps. The first one is deciding your championship. Right? The championship was for Abraham Lincoln was politics. The championship for Virendra Sehwag was cricket. The championship for Ravi Lami Chhane was bowling. The championship for KP Oli was politics. The championship for everyone is different. The championship for Rajesh Amal is acting. What's your championship? Which championship do you belong to? The number one step is finding your championship. And how do you find your championship? It's simple. 3 questions. What would you be able to do even if you were not paid a single penny? People call it passion as well. तर passion को कुरा गर्दा गर्दै passion भन्ने कुरा हुन्छ नि सञ्जयजी. But passion is more like, passion is coming from the Greek word paxo. अनि paxo को अर्थ के हुन्छ भन्दाखेरि सङ्घर्ष and sacrifice. So you go through that. Number one. The second step is after you find out your championship. Second step is you realizing, you finding out a champion and being a cadet. Right? Now, in the journey of being a champion, you can be like, yeah, I want to become a champion. Right? And Sanjay, some of you be like, yeah, I want to become a champion. You write your goals, this and that. Morning, my 6 a.m. You get everything ready, and in the morning, you wake up at 7 o'clock. I want to be a champion. So you can't just become a champion. It's a journey. And for you to become a champion, you need a champion to mentor you. For Mark Zuckerberg, it was Steve Jobs. For Nelson Mandela, it was Mahatma Gandhi. Who is your Nelson Mandela? Who is your Mahatma Gandhi? Who is your Mark Zuckerberg? Who is your mentor? And then after you find that mentor, you have to be a cadet. Cadet means an excited learner. Right? And that's the second step. Now, Salman Khan, he can have the best bodybuilders in the world to teach him, but at the end of the day, if he wants to build his biceps, Miro just say, you know what? He has to do his own push-ups, no matter what. You have to put in your own work. They say it so well. Right? Success is sweet, but the secret is in the sweat. Right? And the third step, the final one, is actually taking the trophy and getting back to treadmill. Right? Which is you put in the effort, you get the guidance, and you get the trophy, right? And you win over there. But as soon as you get that trophy, you have to get back to the treadmill, which means, one of my best lines that I've read in one of the books by Phil Knight is called, and I say to myself, never stop until you reach there, and never question where there is. Right? The day you realize you are successful, that's when you die because you have stopped learning. So the number three step, which is very important, right? I was seeing that there were bats flying in the sky. They were flapping their wings and getting to the top. And as they got to the top, what if they stop flapping their wings? Right? You can flap your wings and get to the top, but if you stop flapping the wings, you get down in the road. No, bro, you did not reach in the sky because you were handsome, just like me, or no other reason. You got to the top because you were flapping your wings. And you stop flapping the wings, you get down. So as soon as you have your first achievement, you get into the process of continuous development. And that's what it's all about. The champion is you. Three steps. Number one, find your championship. Number two, find a champion, be a cadet. And number three is that lift your trophy, get back to the treadmill. Back to you, Sanjay ji.
Thank you so much, Vaibhav, for such an energetic presentation of अहिलेसम्म हामीसँग धेरैजना गेस्टहरू आउनुभएको छ, धेरैजना धेरै फिल्डमा काम गर्ने, धेरै नाम कमाएका व्यक्तित्वहरू हामीसँग जोडिनु भएको छ ओरेटर्स हाउस बुटवलमा। र आज मेबी आई थिङ्क हामीसँग जोडिनु भएको गेस्टहरू मध्येमा यु आर वान अफ द यङ्गेस्ट अनि वान अफ द मोस्ट एनर्जेटिक, आफ्नो एउटा लाइफको एउटा प्रसङ्गसँग जोडेर यति राम्रो तरिकाले यहाँले आफ्नो कुराहरू राखिदिनु भएकोमा आई वुड लाइक टु थ्याङ्क यु भेरी मच। हामी अब यसपछि दोस्रो चरणमा जान्छौँ, जसमा हामी द च्याम्पियन विदिन यु भन्ने विषयमा हामी थप कुराकानी गर्छौँ। हुन त धेरै कुराहरू यहाँले पहिलो चरणमा जोडिसक्नु भएको छ, निश्चय पनि वी अल ह्याभ द च्याम्पियन लिभिङ इनसाइड अस एन्ड वी निड टु आइडेन्टिफाई द च्याम्पियन विदिन अस द्याट इज हाइडिङ समवेयर एन्ड वी निड टु अनलिस्ट इट। यस, डेफिनेटली। अनि त्यो कुराहरू राखिदिनु भएकोमा, आफ्नो विचारहरू राखिदिनु भएकोमा र यहाँको अनुभव राखिदिनु भएकोमा धेरै धेरै धन्यवाद छ। अब आई वुड लाइक टु गो ब्याक टु द क्वेसन्स। हामी अब दोस्रो चरणमा केही क्वेसनहरू हामीसँग छ र त्यसमा केही हामीसँग जोडिने साथीहरूको पनि केही प्रश्नहरू छ भने उहाँहरूलाई पनि फेसबुक कमेन्ट बक्समा वैभवजीलाई के पनि प्रश्न सोध्न चाहनुहुन्छ भने द च्याम्पियन विदिन यु भन्ने प्रसङ्गमा उहाँलाई प्रश्न सोध्न पनि म हार्दिक अनुरोध गर्दछु। सो आई वुड लाइक टु मुभ टु द फर्स्ट क्वेसन। अहिलेको कन्टेक्स्टमा आई वुड लाइक टु begin with something very simple, सजिलो किसिमको एउटा आइस ब्रेकिङ जस्तो क्वेसनबाट म सुरु गर्न चाहन्छु। अहिले वैभवजी केमा बिजी हुन्छ, वाट हेभ यु बिन बिजी विथ दिस डेज? अब यो लकडाउनको टाइम पनि हामीले फेस गरिरहेका छौँ, धेरैले धेरै प्रकारका कामहरू गरिरहेका छन् यो समयमा। मेनी हेभ बिन भेरी क्रिएटिभ टु स्पेन्ड दिस टाइम एन्ड मेनी हेभ बिन स्पेन्डिङ दिस टाइम टु इम्पावर देमसेल्स, टु एजुकेट देमसेल्स एन्ड टु हेल्प अदर्स एज वेल। सो वाट हेभ यु बिन बिजी इन दिस डेज, वैभवजी?
हजुर Sanjay ji, has it ever happened to you? You suggested someone, yo book पढ्नु पर्छ है, अनि then the साथी said, हो हुन्छ, I'll try गर्छु नि त, I'll try to do this, right? अलिकति बडी बनाउनको लागि एक्सरसाइज गर्नुपर्छ नि, हो I'll try to do this. My point is, there is no trying, nothing called trying. Either you do it or don't do it. What do you mean by trying? Right? So when we talk about lockdown or what I'm trying to do, Sanjay ji, before the lockdown, just after the lockdown started, I made a resolution to myself. And that resolution was very simple, right? Very simple. And the resolution for me was, if I come out of the lockdown, I'll come out of as a lockdown as a champion. I set out some goals for myself and I delve into that, literally delve into that. So that's how it started with me. What I am busy with right now. So right now, along with the TV show I run called, Being Champions, Amile Mero company exercise, but we do a lot of workshop for teens where people from Nepal, India, Pakistan, Turkey, even Canada have joined in. Right, so I'm not into those workshops right now. Along with that, I'm working with a few schools, trying to work with the schools in Canada, in the US, to convey the message of finding the champion in them. So that's what I am into right now. I'm a lot into learning as well, Sanjay ji. This is a perfect time, right? I can't go out and give workshops like live right now. And one of the favorite lines for me comes from Ritesh Agrawal, who says that when the fisherman is not catching the fishes, he's getting his nets right. Right now,
Yeah.
so I'm getting my nets right now. I'm getting myself into self-education. Kasari मैले body value add गर्न सक्छु, and that's what I'm completely into right now.
So that is very nice to hear from you, Vaibhavji. Obviously, many young people are watching us, and you lockdown को time ला कसरी सहीसँग utilize गर्ने भनेर they might learn a lot from your experiences and your opinions as well. तपाईँले भने जसरी लकडाउनको सुरुमा I will do these things अनि अब मैले आफूलाई डेभलप गर्ने, मैले आफूलाई अरूलाई पनि हेल्प गर्नको लागि, अरूलाई पनि ग्रो गर्नको लागि, and to also आफूलाई पनि अगाडि बढाउनको निम्ति आफूलाई एम्पावर गर्नको निम्ति तपाईँले काम गरिराख्नु छ, and that is very motivating, that is very wonderful. And I would like to move to the next question. दोस्रो प्रश्न पनि अहिलेको परिस्थितिसँग नै जोडिएको छ. As a young person yourself, as a young motivational speaker, and the kind of things that you are doing right now, त्यो प्रसङ्गमा I would like to ask you, having your entire life ahead of you, अगाडि पुरा जिन्दगी बाँकी छ, and you are so young, so dynamic, so energetic, तर पनि how do you feel about अहिलेको परिस्थितिमा we have been facing this COVID-19 pandemic, and everyone is facing it. संसारभरिका मान्छेहरूले फेस गरिरहेका छन्. अनि अब यसको बारेमा मान्छेको धारणा पनि विभिन्न समयमा चेन्ज हुँदै गइरहेको थियो. सुरुमा एउटा किसिमले हाम्रोमा त्रास डर बढी थियो, अब अहिले आएर त्रास डर केही कम छ, तर पनि यो पेन्डेमिक भनेर भनिएको छ, संसारभरिले असर गरिरहेको छ. सो अब यसलाई हाउ डु यु सी दिस पेन्डेमिक सिचुएसन एट द मोमेन्ट एज अ यङ पर्सन, तपाईँलाई कस्तो महसुस भइरहेको छ?
हजुर सञ्जयजी, मैले हजुरलाई एउटा क्वेसन सोधेँ है, यो कहिले नहोस् होइन. लेट्स से यु गेट कोरोना भाइरस है, कहिले नहोस् है, केही भयो भने आम नट रेस्पोन्सिबल है, कहिले नहोस् होइन. लेट्स से यु गेट कोरोना भाइरस, व्हाट्स द वर्स्ट द्याट क्यान ह्यापन, or it gets to me है. मलाई, let's talk in my context, मैले कोरोना भाइरस पाएँ, I get the कोरोना भाइरस, what's the worst that can happen? I can die, होइन, I can die, right? Our viewers, let's say they get coronavirus, what's the worst that can happen? They can die. My question is, are you already living? That's the question mark over here, right? So the problem, Sanjay ji, over here is that in today's generation, we live in the world of apna time aayega, and that's the mindset we carry all the time. Apna time aayega. The question is, jab aapka time aaya, jab tapaiko time aayo, what were you doing? अहिले दुनियाँमा त्रास छ, yes. कोरोना भाइरसको एकदम डर छ, yes. Do you have to take precautions with mask? Yes. Sanitizer use गर्नुपर्छ? Yes. You have to get into your home and stay there whole time? Yes. Growth रोक्नुपर्छ? No. The biggest yes for this time is getting yourself into the journey of learning. Right, Sanjay ji, I've worked with a lot of children for my coaching programs. I have coaching plans. I've worked with students, a lot of students. My life has been around making people realize the champion within. What I have been doing right now is sabai teens or youth like ke realize गर्नु पर्ने छ अहिले भन्दाखेरि, to make them realize and understand right now that they are champion, but they have to find their championship. So right now it's the time to find your championship, find one thing that you love to do, and get 100% into learning more about it.
That's lovely. You look so young, है. अब एकदम fresh देखिन्छ, अनि तपाईको there is a different aura about you, एउटा एकदमै positive vibes, and also the very fierce energy like a lion that can drive almost anyone who hears you or anyone who is around you will feel that aura. So you have been working with many organizations, schools, and like-minded people to develop vital skills among youngsters and students, obviously. What was it that pushed you or motivated you in this direction? Was there any turning point in your life that made you identify the champion in you? अघि तपाईँले आफ्नो भन्नुभएको छ प्रसङ्गमा त्यो बुलिङको घटना यु हेभ अलरेडी त्यसलाई जोडिसक्नु भएको छ यहाँले, तर त्यस्तो कुनै त्यसपछिको घटना त्यसपछिको समयमा हैन वैभव नाहाटा द च्याम्पियन छ त है भित्र एउटा छ त्यो च्याम्पियन म भित्र पनि छ, दो आई मे नट बी द बडी बिल्डर काइन्ड or I may not be the bullish kind or I may not be the sports person to athletic kind को अथवा त्यो स्ट्रङ टाइपको नभएको नदेखिए पनि मेबी, तर एउटा त्यो सानो केटामा त्यो च्याम्पियन छ भनेर हाउ डिड यु आइडेन्टिफाई दैट मयुजी?
Great question, Sanjay. You love that question. By the way, can you see the bodybuilding I have done?
Yeah, you can see that.
Okay. Just kidding around. So, मैले के पनि जहिले पनि बिलिभ गरेको छु भन्दाखेरि every seed has a potential to be a tree, but the seed does not acknowledge that it can be a tree. And that's why it never becomes a tree. For me, it was the same case. As I said, I was bullied. In fact, in my school, one of my teachers used to say me, you sound like a torn radio. Bigreko radio just say sound out, don't talk in my class. And that was me. But there are moments, right? There are moments. If you're, Kobe Bryant's favorite line that comes to me is that, when you are ready to learn, the world becomes a library. And my turning point was, मैले चाहिँ 2017 मा Calcutta, India जाने एउटा मौका पाएको थियो. There was a camp that was happening. It was called the राष्ट्रिय संस्कार निर्माण शिविर. अनि त्यहाँ चाहिँ that was a 7-day camp where you learn about life and this and that. अब त्यहाँ जानुभन्दा अगाडि I was that same ruthless kid that no one wanted to talk to and this and that. भन्दाखेरि क्लासमा if there was one person you could choose to, यसले केही गर्न सक्दैन, that was me. Right? But when I went to that camp, there was motivation and this and that motivational moments comes to you as well, right? To all the viewers, my champions watching this, you have that moments coming. Maybe you are listening this, you are highly motivated, but the motivation ko swabhav ke huncha, yeah, I'm motivated, and then you go, yeah, motivated, and then everything gets lost. So I took a set of goals for myself. Like 7 days, you achieve going, sir. I ran into it and this and that. And ever since, Sanjay ji, one mission has been driving me ever since, that I have been a bully who has not been able to speak a single word. Not a front bencher, not a last bencher, middle bencher, nowhere to go. Right? Bunch of back benchers win over, front benchers, and middle first benchers leave job pounce this and that. More go. Right? And that was me. There are many people like that. The message I am carrying into right now, the incident was Rashtriya Sanskar Nirman 2017, but that incident happens every single day. When I put a resolution that my mission is to make teens realize of the champion in them.
Exactly. We've been talking about bullying as well. Orators House Butwal yes platform I would like to tell everyone who is watching us, especially youngsters, young students, anyone, I mean, हाम्रो स्कुलमा पढ्ने स्टुडेन्ट्स हो, साथै कलेजमा पढ्ने स्टुडेन्ट्सहरू होला, and I would like to tell everyone from this platform that please stop bullying. अनि कसैलाई पनि bullying भइरहेको छ तपाईको वरिपरि भने please stop it. हैन, अब त्यो that is a very bad thing. अनि अब त्यो that shouldn't happen to anyone, and I have also witnessed many such kind of incidents where young students, young children, they have been bullied, and त्यसले मान्छेलाई लाइफमा नै एउटा जिन्दगीमा नै मान्छेको कन्फिडेन्समा मान्छेलाई एज अ पर्सन डेभलप गर्न अगाडि बढ्नबाट त्यसले रोक्न सक्छ. But there are also some occasions, there are very rare occasions where bullying may result in a positive transformation, just like that we can see over here on this platform. Vaibhav Nahata, त्यो bullying घटना भयो, त्यो bullying घटना भएपछि he took it positively and he developed himself in a way that we can see him right here, right now over here. तर पनि I would like to say, please stop the bullying. On this note, we would like to go in for a short break, and we'll be coming back after the break. Please stay tuned. Welcome back after the break. Today we have with us the very young and energetic motivational speaker, the very powerful Mr. Vaibhav Nahata, and we are talking about the champion in you. Now, moving to the next question, Vaibhavji, you have been directly connected to the younger generation over the past years and also working with thousands of young people across the country. How has been the experience so far? What is your observation? म सोध्न चाहेको कुरा नेपाली यङ्स्टर्सहरू मोस्टली the ones that we know as the millennials अब 2000 पछिको एरा पछि जन्मिएकाहरू the millennial generationको बारेमा what is your understanding and observation regarding the latest generation of young people that we know as millennials? Bayuji.
सञ्जयजी नेपालीले चान्स पाए गर्छ है
Yeah.
what we're talking about over here is that duita कुरा हुन्छ over here Sanjay ji. I have had the privilege Nepal र बाहिरबाट I have had the privilege of touching more than 2,40,000 lives from 51 countries हैन नेपालको कन्टेक्स्टमा कुरा गर्दाखेरि the global scenario कुरा गर्दाखेरि दुईटा कुरा हुन्छ number 1 potential and number 2 actualization of potential है number 1 potential भन्दाखेरि क्षमताको कुरा हुन्छ like I said you before the seed had the potential to be a tree but the seed is not a tree because the seed does not believe it can be a tree. One of my mentors is John Beatty. उनले चाहिँ 7 वटा world को 7 continents को 7 7 tallest peaks लाई चढ्नु भएको छ. I talk to him every week and he's one of my mentor. What he says me all the time is Vaibhav, if you want to be a Everest climber, you have to believe that you are an Everest climber. Right. So the challenge is that अहिले हामी के गरिरहेछौँ भन्दाखेरि all of our teams, all of our youths, they are all wonderful footballers. Right? We pass the ball of responsibility. Right? We passing the wrong ball of responsibility. सरकारले यो गरेन स्कुलमा यो डिफेक्ट छ सोसाइटीमा यो बिग्रेको छ you are right but you are kicking the wrong ball. Right? The right ball is to be hit in the goal and the goal is your contribution towards it. What are you doing? So समाजमा यो छैन सरकारमा यो छैन देशमा यो छैन. Well, great. What the heck are you doing? That's the question I have for you. So basically, just to sum up really quick, it's about taking the responsibility, hitting the right football towards the goal of national development by taking initiative on our own and then making it big.
एकदमै सही कुरा अब हामीमा त्यो स्ट्रेन्थ को हामीले आइडेन्टिफाई गर्न सक्दैनौँ हाम्रो विकनेसहरू त हामीले अब अभियसली हाम्रो युथहरूमा थुप्रै हाम्रो पोटेन्सियल छ तर त्यो पोटेन्सियल हुँदाहुँदै पनि हामी वी आर मोर वी आर इन्क्लाइन टुवर्ड्स नेगेटिभिटी अनि त्यो नेगेटिभ थट्समा नै हामी बढी इन्क्लाइन छौँ स्पेसली हाम्रो यङ पिपलहरू वी नो वाट द प्रब्लम्स आर but maybe we are not able to identify it and we are not able to work out the solutions for that problems. Our next question pani mero yahi सँग नै related question रहेको छ. You have pointed out a few weaknesses regarding the younger generation of Nepal and you being a young and dynamic individual yourself, what do you think are the strength if you had to list out maybe let's say 3 strength major strength or weakness हुँदा त केही गर्नु भएको छ त्यसमा स्ट्रेन्थ र विकनेस के छ त यङ्गर जेनेरेसनको हाम्रो नेपाली युवाहरूको बलियो पक्ष के छ विक पक्ष के छ कमजोर पक्ष वैभवजी
Sanjay ji, Nepal ka youths, when we talk about the football anecdote, Sanjay ji, Nepal ka youths are ready to get in the stadium to play. If there are things that are happening wrong, let's say keep wrong सरकारले यो गरेन भने people have the potential to get in the streets and say, oh yeah, this is wrong, we got to do it right. We have the number one thing is we have the ability to stand up for what we believe in. So values ko kurama we stand up for what we believe in. Number 1. Number 2 strength that's very special I believe Sanjay ji is we are proud of where we come from. धेरै देशमा के पनि हुन्छ भन्दाखेरि we talk about ethnic diversity and stuff. We keep hearing in India, in Indian, Muslim Nepalis ko right, Muslim Indians ko right, Muslim and Hindus ko right. When was the last time you heard of a communal riot over here? So the people is, we treat Nepalis as Nepali, hami Nepali, Nepali hami rahula kahan Nepali number. The belongingness of Nepali is there, and number 3 potential is that we all look at tomorrow with hope, and this is what is very special. यो बिग्रेको छ त्यो बिग्रेको छ त्यो procrastination छ. But at the same time, यो पनि छ है 10 साल पछि Nepal will be something really amazing है. त्यो belief अहिले पनि छ. So if we work out from kicking the right ball. Football of responsibility को push up करने football लाई छोडेर if we kick up the right football of taking responsibility, things will be completely different.
Yes, exactly about you. Football, all of us are Cristiano Ronaldo's and Messi's.
Oh yeah, oh
Yes.
yeah.
तर we need to know where to strike the ball. कसलाई पास गर्ने, कसरी पास गर्ने भन्ने कुराहरू we need to know about that. And definitely, as you said, hope र belief नै मै सारा संसार अडिएको छ र त्यही अनुसार हामी youthहरू पनि and all of the youth, young people who are watching us should also contribute from their part, as Vaibhav just now mentioned. Moving on to the next question. अब हाम्रो अहिलेसम्मको हाम्रो ओल्टर्स हस्पिटलको 28औं सेसन आज हामीले गरिरहँदाखेरि I would like to share with Vaibhavji ki most of our guests have been from very different backgrounds. तर पनि हामीले because अहिलेको कन्टेक्स्टमा mental health has been a very important topic, very important issue. अनि and no matter what the topic is, young people seem to be more vulnerable to mental health problems these days in Nepal and at the international level as well. Although there are various reasons for mental health problems, one of the major ones is the challenges that they have to face in their personal and professional life. Young people are थुप्रै कारण हुन्छ मेन्टल हेल्थ प्रब्लम्सको त्यो अब कुनै हेल्थ प्रब्लम चाहिँ अब हुन सक्छ that might need a psychiatrist or a medical support. तर कति केसमा युजुअली पर्सनल र प्रोफेसनल लाइफमा हामीले फेस गर्नुपर्ने or let's say for younger people एकाडेमिक लाइफमा हैन अथवा लभमा फेलियर अझ फर यङ्गर टिनेजर्स लभमा फेलियर भयो अथवा रिलेसनसिपमा केही प्रब्लम्सहरू फेस गर्नु पर्यो एक्सपेक्टेसन अनुसार हुन सकेन फ्यामिलीको एक्सपेक्टेसन मिट गर्न सकेन भने दे रन इन्टु मेन्टल हेल्थ प्रब्लम्स. What is your suggestion to such people, Vaibhavji?
के हुन्छ भन्दाखेरि I have been a very very enthusiastic student about mental health. अनि number one reason कि mental health को issues आउने के हुन्छ सञ्जय जी भन्दाखेरि most people get into depression, get into mental health issues because they don't see the tomorrow. हैन भोलि केही हुन सक्दैन सम्भावनाको अन्त भएको बेला we feel that mental health issues एक्जाम बिग्रेको म फ्युचरमा के गर्छु होला हैन मेरो यो लभ ब्रेकअप भएको म फ्युचरमा के गर्छु होला सबै स्थिति हो and that's really weird किनभने भिक्टर फ्र्याङ्कले एउटा बुक लेख्नु भएको थियो हैन it was called as the it was about him being in the concentration camp in Nazi त्यो जर्मनीको बेलामा हैन के छ भन्दाखेरि सञ्जय जी I have with this mentor I talk to him regularly, best selling author of a book, its name is Essentialism हैन ग्रेग मुक्योवन उनले के मलाई भन्नुभयो भन्दाखेरि I shared about this and that के भन्नुभयो Vaibhav, there are two type of people. Number one, who know they are lost, and number two, who are lost. Number one, the people who are lost, and number two, the people who know they are lost. So number one, solution to all mental health issues is that it's okay to be lost. There's nothing wrong to be down. Whenever things happen wrong with you, jab hami realize garchau ki it's wrong with so many other people, we deal it very well. Sanjay ji, Nepalma jab bhukamp aako थियो, there was a complete chaos. There was a complete chaos. There are still people did not die over there out of this and that issues. Everyone has this problem. Jab we connect ourselves as a part of the things change that way. And number two solution, this is very powerful. I've been working with many clients. Can you get a reason to live, a purpose which is beyond the mental health issues that you are facing? It's called the logotherapy. Like Sanjay, it's very simple. I'll take one more minute to explain this over here. It's very essential. Like you have two cars over there. A child has a sano car. He's playing and just then he gets a remote control car. Vroom, 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 vroom. Right? So the day he gets the remote control car, he throws the little car. When he has something bigger to live for. So again, I've been working with clients who are into serious depression, medical depression. And when you give them a reason to live, one purpose, maybe they love making cakes, maybe they love eating chocolates, maybe they love dancing. And if you give them a scope to work out into it, what you love to do, try to make your life around it, find a purpose bigger than what you are facing through, and things will change. My final statement can keep you situation. One line that pushes me up every time I get down, because I'm 18, Sanjay ji, and I try to do big things, but because of my age, many things I'm abided by. I feel down. Nothing wrong with that. And what I remind to myself all the time, one line that changed my mindset. It comes from Victor Frank again. It says that no matter what happens, the ability to choose your own attitude is the last of human freedom. No matter what happens, you can choose your attitude into a situation. So that's how my take is, and getting back to you over there.
Yes, very nice to hear all these things from you. तपाईँहरूको लाइफको एक्सपिरियन्सेसहरूबाट नै you are so young, as you have already mentioned. अब यति young एजमा पनि you have that energy and aura that we can share your experiences, that we want to share with all the young people that are watching us. That doesn't it doesn't matter how old one a person is, but it matters how you take your life, how you understand your life, and the experiences that you have in your life is what matters most, in my opinion. And it is very nice to hear your experiences and ideas. No matter how old, no matter how young, or no matter what the achievements of a person is, everyone has their own experiences. Everyone has their story to tell. And we are hearing the story of Mr. Vaibhav Nahata, though very young, though he has a lot to go through, though he has a lot to experience, but still he has a lot to say, and we are glad to have him on the show at Orators Hospital right now. Moving to the next question. तपाईँको लाइफको कुरा गर्नुपर्दाखेरि अब मैले भनिसकेँ, धेरै कुरा त तपाईँले एक्सपिरियन्स गर्नु नै बाँकी छ, तर पनि आर देयर इन such kind of moments in your life, हुन्छ नि, when you come across नेगेटिभ थट्स? हुन त अहिले एट द मोमेन्ट वेन वी आर वाचिङ यु अन स्क्रिन, दर्शकहरूले हामीले हेर्दाखेरि पनि यु सिम भेरी पोजिटिभ, यु सिम भेरी एनर्जेटिक, तर पनि मेबी एभ्री वान गोज थ्रु द नेगेटिभ मोमेन्ट्स, एभ्री वान गोज थ्रु द डाउनफल मोमेन्ट्स इन लाइफ. सो त्यस्तो अवस्थाहरू यहाँले कतिको फेस गर्नुहुन्छ? Or if not now, maybe there are such moments in the past when you have to go through negative thoughts. And धेरै धेरै युवाहरूले हामीलाई सोध्नु पनि हुन्छ, मलाई पनि पर्सनली सोध्नुहुन्छ केही भाइहरूले, मलाई सधैँ नेगेटिभ थट आउँछ दाइ, म बस्दाखेरि यस्तै 17-18 वर्षका भाइहरूले, बहिनीहरूले सोध्नुहुन्छ, म एक्लै बस्दाखेरि नेगेटिभ थट आउँछ, यसलाई कसरी डिल गर्न सकिन्छ भनेर. सो आई वुड लाइक टु हियर फ्रम अनदर यङ पर्सन, एउटा यङ पर्सनको क्वेसन, द्याट इज फर वैभव नाहटा, कि हाउ डु यु डिल विथ एज अ यङ पर्सन योरसेल्फ? यो बेलामा धेरै मेच्युरिटी पनि त्यो लेभलको एक्सपिरियन्स नभएको हुनाले अलिकति गाह्रो हुनसक्छ केही अब यस्तो नेगेटिभ सिचुएसनहरूमा. सो हाउ डु यु डिल विथ द्याट काइन्ड अफ सिचुएसन, वैभवजी?
Sanjay ji, you know what? One of my mentors is Abdush Miyarai, who runs Orators House in a Wholesome.
Yeah.
And one of the things he shared me, seeking his mentorship, he said, Vaibhav, there is nothing called positive and negative. There's only constructive. So when people ask me, do you feel negative? One of the biggest lies I've ever heard is the biggest lies that is leading to more depression, mental health issues, anything else, is that you should not feel negative. I mean, what the heck? Molai, let's say something wrong happened with me. Why should I not feel down if I have a reason to feel down? Right? It's okay to be down, and I find it really important that people feel down sometimes, because what happens is that if you have not faced the ground, you don't know what the sky looks like. So we take things for granted if we don't feel down. The question is feeling constructive. Do I feel down and negative at times? Yes, but there's nothing called negative, it's constructive. The question is what happens after you have that negative thought. Sanjay, I tell this all the time, okay? Just because you fail, you do not become a failure. Right? Just because you lose, you do not become a loser. Just because you fall down, you do not have to stay down, because one single situation cannot decide who you are and who you are going to be. So the question, do you feel negative? Oh yeah. The question, do you stay negative? No, 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 no. Right? And you can choose to not stay negative by having the right kind of thoughts, right thought patterns, replacing it. So that's how I stand about it. It's okay to feel negative. I feel negative. It's amazing to feel negative. It's legendary to be negative. It's champion style to feel down sometimes. The question is, what do you do after you fall down? And that's where it's all about.
Thank you so much, Vaibhavji. On this note, I would like to move to a question that has come from one of the viewers, Ajita Bhusal जीले प्रश्न गर्नुभएको छ. What were the challenges you remember outmost reaching to today's situation, and what inspired you to select the champion in you rather than any other topic today? Ajita Bhusalको प्रश्न, Vaibhavji.
Well, when it comes to challenges over here, Sanjay ji, the biggest challenge that comes up in what I'm trying to do is making teens realize of the champion within. के हुन्छ भन्दाखेरि when I reach out to people to make to make the difference over there, धेरैचोटि के हुन्छ भन्दाखेरि people question your credibility. Why do you deserve to share all of this? What have you done in your life? And this and that. And let me say you this with all humility, and there's a lot more to do. With all humility and gratitude. I have had the privilege of being the youngest TV presenter of Nepal. I have had spoken to youths from 51 countries, 240,000 plus youths. I have had privilege of representing Nepal in global entrepreneurship bootcamp at the age of 70. And you sabai कुरा गर्दाखेरि, does that mean I have done a lot? Not really. There's a lot to do. The biggest challenge that comes up is the question of credibility. Why do you deserve to speak? Well, it's a choice. The simple answer is no matter where you stand, okay, where I came from, being beaten, being bullied, right now I realize that we hold potential. There's a potential for us to become champion, and that's what my mission has been all around. So number one challenge, the challenge of credibility, making people believe that you can make a difference. And no matter how small you are, no matter how small your effort is, you can always bring a difference, and that's what my message is.
Exactly. मलाई पनि त्यस्तै लाग्छ अब we may learn a lot from the icons and idols and the great personalities that we have. We read about them, we watch them, we follow them, but we can even learn from a 5-year-old. एउटा जति कुरा हामीले एउटा 5 वर्षको बच्चाबाट हामीले सिक्न सक्छौँ. He also sees the world, he also sees the life in his different way. And हामीले चाहन्छौँ भने त्यो 5 वर्षको बच्चाबाट पनि धेरै कुरा सिक्न सक्छौँ. एउटा 10 वर्षको बच्चाबाट पनि धेरै कुरा सिक्न सक्छौँ, and also from an 80-year-old. But it depends on what we learn from them or what we take from them. That is what matters the most. अनि अब हाम्रो आजको उद्देश्य पनि यही छ. यसैमा हामी द च्याम्पियन विदिन यु भन्ने शीर्षकमा हामी आज छलफल गरिरहेका छौँ. We have with us very energetic, powerful, young हाम्रो नेसनल टेलिभिजन यो oratory contest मा पार्टिसिपेट गरिसक्नु भएको, सहभागी जनाइसक्नु भएको र राम्रो उपलब्धि जनाइसक्नु भएको र देश अन्तर्राष्ट्रिय राष्ट्रिय रूपमा पनि धेरै युवाहरूसँग जोडिसक्नु भएको. एउटा यो एजमा पनि केही राम्रो गर्ने प्रयासमा अगाडि बढिरहनु भएको, केही समाजमा पोजिटिभ गर्ने प्रयासमा अगाडि बढिराख्नु भएका एकजना युवा व्यक्तित्व हामीसँग हुनुहुन्छ. अनि उहाँसँग हामी कुराकानी कुरामा अगाडि बढ्दैछौँ. सो म अब थप अगाडि क्वेसनहरू जान चाहन्छु. एजुकेसन सिस्टमको कुरा गर्न चाहन्छु. एज अ यङ leader yourself, still as a student, what do you feel about the Nepalese education system? What do you think it should be like? Vaibhav ji.
Oh my God, it's really simple, Sanjay ji. The question is the purpose of education. Sanjay ji, why do you think we go to school? Why do you think we study? Why do you think we go through 8 to 10 years, 12, 14 years of our life going through school? What do you think?
डिफ्रेन्ट स्टेजमा आफूलाई ग्रो गर्नको लागि, आफूलाई लर्निङ एक्सपिरियन्स आफूलाई अझै डेभलप गरेर जानको लागि, इट इज एसेन्शियल in my opinion.
That's right. It's essential. The question is, if the goal of the school is the growth of children, why does it happen that out of the school, more than 80-90% of the students who come out are not able to speak up 5 minutes in front of people? The growth. Question number one.
Yeah.
Question number two, if the purpose of education is just development of the student, even though taught in a in the same way, what happens is some make something big, some make something down. Why does that happen? With all due respect to the school, administrators, principals do amazing job, teachers do everything to teach their children. My question is simple over there, Sanjay. The question is, what if we change the perspective over here? What if we start thinking the other way? Question simple case of bandakiri. If a child knew 2 less formulas, what difference would it make? And if rather the child had 2 vital values embedded within him, like I have to think like a champion, that I have to realize my potential, things will be completely different. So if we can shift, if we can find a space for values along with the existing things that we talk about, that is going to make a heck of a difference. And that all starts with us. That all starts with me. That all starts with you, because we can always do something really small.
Certainly, everything starts with us and everything starts with me. त्यो सुरुवात गर्ने पनि हामीले हो र त्यसलाई अगाडि बढाएर यो एजुकेसन सिस्टममा पनि हाम्रो आफ्नो पनि भूमिका एकदमै महत्त्वपूर्ण हुन्छ। हामीले कसरी नेपालको एजुकेसन सिस्टमको अब त्यसलाई पोजिटिभ वेमा अगाडि बढाएर हामी त्योबाट पोजिटिभ बेनिफिट लिएर आफूलाई पनि ग्रो गर्न अगाडि, द्याट इज भेरी इम्पोर्टेन्ट इन लाइफ फर अल्सो द नेपाल एजुकेसन सिस्टम. What were the factors, what are the actually the factors, Vaibhavji, that could stop the champion in you from coming out? तपाईँको भ्यूमा, तपाईँको एउटा एक्सपिरियन्समा, तपाईँको ओपिनियनमा के कुराले चाहिँ मान्छेलाई म भित्र कुनै च्याम्पियन छ अरे, तर हुन्छ नि एउटा 40 वर्षको व्यक्ति होला, कुनै 50 वर्षको होला, कुनै एउटा 30 वर्षको हत्ताकट्टा व्यक्ति होला, 25 वर्षको एउटा यङ एनर्जेटिक एकदम हेर्दाखेरि फिजिकली स्ट्रङ मान्छे होला, तर ऊ मेन्टल्ली एकदमै विक हुनसक्छ, उसले आफूभित्रको च्याम्पियनलाई रियलाइज नगरेको हुनसक्छ. एट द सेम टाइम देयर माइट बी अ 16-year old, देयर माइट बी अ 15-year old, अथवा देयर माइट बी अ another person of the same age who might have a different energy, and he or she might be able to recognize the champion within him or her. So what do you think are the main factors that could prevent the champion in you from coming out? अनि त्यसलाई ओभरकम कसरी गर्न सकिन्छ?
सन्जी the answer एकदमै सिम्पल छ है. मेरो घरको छेउमा बच्चा पार्टी छ हैन, दे वर प्लेइङ the other day. अनि के गरिरहेको थियो भन्दाखेरि ब्रिक्सहरू मिलाएर, इटाहरू मिलाएर दे वर ट्राइङ टु बिल्ड, एउटा बिग माथि अर्को राखेर दे वर ट्राइङ टु बिल्ड समथिङ हैन. मैले गएर सोधे वरदानलाई, वरदान के गरिरहेको छौ हैन? अनि वरदान शाउटेड आउट, वैभव दाइ म चकलेट फ्याक्ट्री बनाइरहेको छु. So you remember Sanjay Dai, when we were young over there, we all saw dreams like that I want to build a big hospital for the poor, that I want to do, मैले आफ्नो पेरेन्ट्सको लागि ठुलो बंगलो किन्नु पर्नेछ, and whatever that dream is, we all saw that dream as young people. We're all born champions, but we kill the champion in us somewhere between. One of the favorite line I have comes from Benjamin Franklin, who says most people are dying at the age of 25 and are buried at the age of 80. So why does that happen is the question. When people laugh at us, when we are young, like मैले वरदान माथि हाँसे, what are you doing, chocolate factory? He laughed back. दाइ हजुर पनि आइदिनु न. He said me that. अनि the other way around, when we grow up, when people laugh at us, we stop laughing back. We take that to us. हामीले के रियलाइज गर्नु पर्यो भन्दाखेरि, when people say something to us, it's their mind, it's their mental growth, it's their idea, it's their ideology talking to us. It's not us, right? You are not what you think you are. You are not what they think you are. You are what you think they think you are. Right now, so it's all very simply over there, Sanjay ji, about keeping the laugh okay when people laugh at your dreams, and not letting anyone, no matter what, tell you that you are not a champion, because you are, but you have to be you to be the champion.
एकदमै राम्रो कुराहरू. त्यसै गरी अर्को हामी प्रश्न हामीलाई अस्ट्रेलियाबाट युवराज पौडेलले प्रश्न गर्नुभएको छ. आई शुडन्ट हैव आस्क्ड दिस, बट आई वुड बी ग्ल्याड टु नो द एज अफ सच इन्सपिरेसनल पर्सन इफ यु डोन्ट माइन्ड भनेर भन्नुभएको छ. हुन त यहाँले अघि मेन्सन गरिसक्नु भएको छ आफ्नो एजको कुरा, 18 वर्ष हुनुहुन्छ भनेर. सो उहाँले त्यो उत्तर पनि पाइसक्नु भएको छ. अर्को प्रश्नमा म जान चाहन्छु. हामी कार्यक्रमको लगभग अन्त्यमा जाँदैछौँ. अन्त्यतर्फ हामी 3 बजेदेखि 4 बजेसम्मको हाम्रो निर्धारित समय हो, र आज हामी छलफल गरिरहेका छौँ द च्याम्पियन इन यु भन्ने विषयमा विथ अ यङ पर्सनालिटी. वाट आर द क्वालिटिज अफ अ च्याम्पियन? अब लास्टमा हामीले ऱ्यापअप गर्ने क्रममा एउटा च्याम्पियनको मेन क्वालिटी एकदमै के हुन्छ त हैन? हाउ डु यु, तपाईलाई कोही मान्छे यो मान्छे च्याम्पियन हो, यो मान्छेले चाहिँ आफ्नो च्याम्पियन, आफूभित्र च्याम्पियनलाई रियलाइज गरेको छ भनेर हाउ डु यु आइडेन्टिफाई द्याट? कसरी तपाईँले के हुन्छ त मेन क्वालिटी च्याम्पियनको? एन्ड हुज लाइफ एन्ड वर्क्स डु यु आइडेन्टिफाई एज द्याट अफ अ च्याम्पियन एन्ड वाइ? भाइजी
हजुर सञ्जय जी, के हुन्छ भन्दाखेरि सञ्जय दाइ, इट्स अबाउट मी, इट्स अबाउट यु, हैन, इट्स अबाउट एभ्रीवन वाचिङ दिस शो राइट नाउ, हैन. के हुन्छ भन्दाखेरि मोस्ट अफ अस लिभ आवर लाइफ अन गेट सेट. You remember we were in school, Sanjay ji, and we had to run that 100-meter race. On your mark, get set, go. And that's when we ran. The question is that because we heard that, because we took that in our brain, we live in a life of get set. अहिले हजुरले सोध्नुभयो इन द कमेन्ट सेक्सन सब हाम्रो साथीहरूले व्हाट इज योर ड्रीम आई वान्ट टु बिकम एन एन्टरप्रेन्योर ग्रेट आई वान्ट टु बी अ टिचर ग्रेट आई वान्ट टु बी बिल्ड अ बिजनेस ग्रेट हामीले नि we try to find out the best moment to start हैन कलेज सकिसकेपछि we'll start doing this हैन प्लस 2 सकिसकेपछि I'll start singing यो सकिसकेपछि the question is we all are living in the life of get set or not getting to go. So the question is, can we start to go? Because once we start to go, we have the whole life to get set, get better. The challenge is, can we get started no matter how ready you are, no matter what your parents say to you, no matter what you think about yourself, no matter if you have not have mentors, no matter anything else, the question is, can you get started? Okay, can you take that one step? If you love writing, if you have defined your championship as writing poems, great. Can you publish a video of your poem? If you love playing cricket, great. If that's your championship, great. Can you go to the field and play hours and hours and practice? If you love being an entrepreneur, great. Can you simply go to a person who you believe is successful as a businessman and say, hello, sir, I want to learn from you? So we got to get ready, and then we have the whole life to get set over there. So Sanjay ji, that's the number one quality. Okay, you don't wait for any other quality to be ready. Okay, you don't need qualities, you need initiative. And if you have the initiative, the qualities will find their way. Learning attitude, boy, money, you'll get all those qualities. The question is, can you get started? That simple as that.
I also asked this question: is there anyone whose life and work you identify as that of a champion? कुनै कसैको लाइफबाट एकदम प्रभावित, कसैको जीवनबाट एकदमै प्रभावित हुनुहुन्छ भने?
Sanjay ji, I see your life as that of a champion. I see the life of that Vardhan who's playing right there as a champion. I see the life
Okay,
of the people walking around as a champion. I see the life of Nali as a champion. And there's so much to
great.
learn from everybody. Okay. The question is, मैले एउटा कुरा धेरै importantly के सिके भन्दाखेरि it comes from Hathiara. Uh, when you start judging, you stop observing. And when you stop observing, you stop learning. So if we can go into a journey trying to learn from everybody as a champion, considering everybody to be a champion, Sanjay ji, the world becomes a library. And if you still ask about one person who has been of a wonderful inspiration, one of the champions among everyone else, it's this person over here right now. Okay, his name is Ritesh Agrawal. Okay, he started his company Oyo Rooms in India when he was 18 years old. He had all these people questioning about how why do you start so young, why do you deserve like it happens to me. So I see that as an inspiration, and I work 18 hours a day freaking hard for the goal I have in my head.
एब्सोल्युटली ग्रेट. अब हामीले ओयो रुम्सको ओयोको हामीले कथा त सुनेकै छौँ, र त्यसको जुन स्टार्ट गर्ने भएको जो अन्टरप्रेनर हुन्छ उहाँलाई यहाँले आइडलको रूपमा मान्नुहुन्छ, र डेफिनेटली यति यङ एजमा उहाँ पनि हि हेज डन थिङ्स द्याट वी नर्मल youngsters, normal people can't think of. He has realized the champion in him, and that is the main objective of everyone of us as well. Or वैभवजीको पनि त्यही एउटा सोच छ, being young himself. अनि मेरो पनि हाम्रो सबैको ओरेटर्स हस्पिटलको पनि एउटा सोच र प्रयास यही रहेको छ कि हामी सम्पूर्णले आफैभित्रको त्यो च्याम्पियनलाई रियलाइज गर्न सकौँ, चिन्न सकौँ. मुभिङ टु द नेक्स्ट क्वेसन विच इज अलमोस्ट द लास्ट अफ अल. हामी क्वेसनको अन्त्यतर्फ आजको सेसनमा जाँदैछौँ, र मैले हाम्रो गेस्टहरूलाई सोध्ने गरेको छु. अलमोस्ट सबै गेस्टहरूलाई धेरै इन्टेलेक्चुअल, धेरै फिल्डबाट आउनुभएको गेस्टहरू हुनुहुन्छ, र हामी अब हुन त आई डोन्ट नो इफ यु हेभ अ ह्याबिट अफ रिडिङ अर नट, तर पनि एज आई क्यान सी यु यतिको इन्टेलेक्चुअल मान्छेले डेफिनेटली मेबी रिडिङ लट एज वेल. सो अब भनिन्छ नि, अब अ गुड माइन्ड, अ हेल्दी माइन्ड, अ स्ट्रङ माइन्ड निड्स बुक्स लाइक अ sword needs with stone. What are the 3 books that you would like to recommend to our viewers, Bhagavji?
Sanjay, just to clarify, I don't consider myself to be intellectual at all, and I mean this not for the sake of saying, because
Yeah,
I'm 18, I'm learning, and there's so much more to do ahead of time.
exactly.
Talking about books, the number one that comes to me that was really powerful for me, it's the book name is The Shoe Dog by Phil Knight. It's about the founder of Nike, about how he built that company. I love autobiographies a lot, memoirs and autobiographies. Number one was that. Number two, if you ask me, could be, there's this book called Who Stole My Cheese? Okay, and it's by Stephen, if I'm not wrong, and it's about how to manage changes in life, and that has wonderful learnings as well, you know. And number three, that has been my recent favorite, is I'm reading this book. I've completed this book called, it's called, you know, as I said you before, it's about the Viktor E. Frank's book about how he dealt with himself being a psychologist in the Nazi concentration camp. So that was the third best book. And at the same time, I would love to share book reading is one habit that has changed my life. होइन धेरै साथीहरू के हुन्छ भन्दाखेरि म बुक कहिले पढ्नु टाइम छैन यो छैन त्यो छैन अ भेरी सिम्पल एन्सर टु द्याट है मैले के गर्छु भन्दाखेरि आई डाउनलोड अडियो बुक्स इन माई फोन होइन युट्युबमा गएर फाइन्ड आउट बुक्स यु लभ युल फाइन्ड डाउनलोड द अटो you know the the whole book, and whenever you are in the bank waiting for your turn to come, put on the earphones and listen to them. Keep a notebook with yourself, you know, and that way you can learn more. I am average reading one book every 7 to 10 days, you know. I read books sometimes, I have audio books the other times, you know, and that way you can utilize the time you call as waste as something really amazing.
Thank you so much, Vaibhav, for the list of recommendation. That will certainly help the youngsters or all the viewers who would want to read. अब हरेक रिडरको हरेक पाठकको आफ्नो चोइस र आफ्नो इन्क्लिनेसन हुन्छ आफ्नो जनर हुन्छ द्याट दे प्रिफर टु रिड तर पनि यहाँको एउटा लिस्ट जुन दिनुभएको छ इट विल सर्टनली बी हेल्पफुल टु अल द भ्युवर्स हु वुड लाइक टु रिड सम ग्रेट बुक्स. That brings us to almost to the end of the show, end of this session right now. Tara, I have a small surprise section for Vaibhav Nahata, Mr. Vaibhav Nahata over here. एउटा मैले rapid fire round पनि add गरेको छु as a that I have not revealed for Vaibhav. I have some 10 questions and you will have only 5 seconds to answer each question. Just no more than 5 questions and you cannot use more than 3 to 4 words to answer each question. Did you get me, Vaibhavji?
Oh yeah, let's do it.
Okay. So the rapid fire questions start right now. Just at the maximum 5 seconds for every question, and all in all, 1 minute for the 10 questions. The number one question is, what is love? Maya Kyo. That is all?
Yeah, that's love.
Yeah, that's good. What would you do if you had just an hour to live?
Well, I would go to my terrace and dance.
You would dance. That's interesting. If you could be, a superhero, or you could have a superpower, what would that be?
To make everyone in the world smile at the same time.
Lovely. If you could meet some celebrity, dead or alive, who would that be?
Vaibhav Nahata 10 years from now.
Wow.
With all humility. With all
Yeah,
humility.
lovely. Your favorite movie?
The Untold Warrior.
The Untold Warrior. Your favorite food? Food.
Chocolates.
Chocolates. Chocolate boy. What turns you off? Biggest
People
turn off.
disturbing when I'm really working hard.
That's sad. If you had a suggestion to give to the Prime Minister of Nepal, एक सेन्टेन्समा तपाईँले नेपालको प्रधानमन्त्रीलाई के भन्ने सल्लाह अनि तपाईँको त सल्लाह मान्नुहुन्छ अरे प्रधानमन्त्रीले ल भन वैभव के भन्छौ म तिमीले भनेको कुरा ठ्याक्कै गरिदिन्छु व्हाट वुड यु से
I would say help people become champions. Education system, my transformation.
Good. Three of your personal things which you would want to have with you on a deserted island.
Books,
Yeah.
microphone,
All right.
and a flight so that I can get back to the world.
That's very clever. And the last man, the most promising youth icon. Now you have to tell one name. Eh? You might say that everyone is an icon, everyone is a leader. So I would like to hear from you, promising youth icon or leader of Nepal, whom Vaibhav Nahata looks up to.
Well, I would say that would be uh, Sandeep Lamichhane for sure.
That is a very great answer. Thank you so much for the answers, very quick and very honest answers, Vaibhavji. हामी आज हामीसँग यो ऱ्यापिड फायर राउन्ड यति राम्रोसँग यहाँले उत्तर दिनुभएको छ, अनेस्टली उत्तर दिनुभएको छ। हामीसँग कफी विथ करणमा जस्तो कफी ह्याम्पर त अहिले छैन, तर when we meet in the future, I will definitely we will have a cup of coffee together भनेर म भन्न चाहन्छु हाम्रो आजको अतिथि वैभव नाहाताज्यूलाई। अनि आजको सेसनमा यति राम्रोसँग, यति एनर्जेटिक रूपमा, यति उत्कृष्ट रूपमा यहाँले आफ्नो विचारहरू राखिदिनु भएको छ। अल्दो यु आर भेरी यङ, अनि देयर इज अ लट द्याट यु आर गोइङ टु डु इन योर लाइफ, एन्ड आइ एम भेरी कन्फिडेन्ट अबाउट द्याट। अनि एन्ड माई भेरी बेस्ट विसेस फर यु। अनि यहाँले आफ्नो अहिलेसम्मको एक्सपिरियन्स, यहाँको आइडियाजहरू, यहाँको ओपिनियन्सहरू आज ओरेटर्स हाउस बुटवलको मञ्चमा यहाँले सेयर गरिदिनु भएको छ। त्यसको लागि हामी ओरेटर्स हाउस बुटवलको तर्फबाट वी आर भेरी obliged, we are very grateful to you। हामी धेरै कृतज्ञ छौँ यहाँप्रति। हामीले ओरेटर्स हाउस बुटवलका 28 वटा सेसन आजसम्म गरिरहँदाखेरि we had different kind of personalities on this platform. The greats like Mahavir Poon has been here, and very energetic, very well-known personalities, motivational speakers like Saurabh Lohani, Abdus Mia, they have been here on this platform. And we also have very young people from our local level जो अलि भर्खरै गरिराख्नु भएको छ, जसले एउटा आफ्नो लेभलमा आफ्नो काम गरिराख्नु भएको छ, एक्सपिरियन्सहरू गेन गरिराख्नु भएको छ, एन्ड दे हेभ बिन डुइङ इक्वली ग्रेट इन देयर ओन वे। यस्ता खालको पर्सनालिटीहरू हामीसँग ओरेटर्स हाउस बुटवलमा जोडिराख्नु भएको छ, र हामीले हरेक किसिमका व्यक्तित्वको लागि, हरेक किसिमका युवाको लागि हामीले यो मञ्च हामीले तयार गरेका हौँ, इन अ वे सो द्याट वी क्यान लर्न फ्रम इच अदर no matter who he or she is। अनि आजको हाम्रो यो यात्रामा हामीसँग जोडिनु भयो वैभव नाहाता, उहाँलाई म धेरै धेरै धन्यवाद दिन चाहन्छु। इन द एन्ड, इज देयर एनिथिङ, if anything that has been left unsaid, the floor is with you, Vaibhavji।
Sanjay ji, you are a champion. You were an amazing host today. Loved your energy, loved your enthusiasm, loved your precision in questions, loved your follow-ups. And yeah, to all, can we do this over there, Sanjay ji? When I say who are we, me, both of us and all the viewers watching us right now, virtually who we can't see, when I say who are we, we'll both lift our right hand towards the top and say we are champions. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's great. Sure.
Okay, on the count of 3, 2, 1, who are we? We are champions.
Champions.
Oh yeah. Thank you so much and have a great time. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Vaibhav। ओरेटर्स हाउस बुटवलको आयोजना थिङ्क एन्ड को एजुकेसन बुटवलको प्रस्तुति नेक्स्ट एजुकेसन कन्सल्टेन्सी बुटवल एजुकेसन पार्टनरको रूपमा रहेको यो छलफल श्रृङ्खलामा पोसिबल फाउन्डेसनको प्राविधिक सहयोग रहेको छ। यसै गरी आजको हाम्रो सेसनमा जयसवाल युथ क्लब बुटवलको पनि सहयोग रहेको थियो। Thanks to the guest for the day, the very energetic and amazing personality, young personality, Vaibhav Nahata. I would also like to thank the Orators House Butwal team members, Srijan Malla, Indu Pandey, Govind Raj Adhikari, Avishkar Parajori, Achyut Gautam, and technical coordinator, very important, Deepak Shrestha as well. Also, thanks to all the Orators House Butwal members, regular attendees, all our viewers, youths, intellectuals, and everyone who have been watching us live through Facebook and YouTube platform। हामीलाई सम्पूर्ण प्लेटफर्महरुबाट आज हामीलाई हेरिरहनु भएका सम्पूर्ण दर्शकहरुलाई म धेरै धेरै धन्यवाद दिन चाहन्छु ओरेटर्स हाउस बुटवलको तर्फबाट। अर्को हप्ता we shall meet again in our next session next week with a new topic and a new guest। तबसम्मको लागि आजको सेसनको प्रस्तुता म सन्देश सिंह केसी र आजका हाम्रो अतिथि वैभव नहाटा ज्यूलाई पनि बिदा दिनुहोस्। धन्यवाद। जय देश।
खण्डमा एउटा आगो हो, जलाउँछ यसले, जल्न चाहनेका लागि आगो हो, विष हो एउटा यो।
मेरो रूप यस्तो छ, म बुवा छु। सर्वा युनिषु कौन्तेय मूर्तयः सम्भवन्त्यः विसम्भ्रमाम हत्युनिर अहम्।
That gives me that confidence to challenge जेसुकै पर्छ, जेसुकै आउँछ। यदि मैले प्रश्न आजभोलि मैले गर्न सक्छु कि सक्दिनँ भनेर सोध्न छोड्दिएँ।
Very beautifully and very strong, that is called subconscious mind. Friends, यो subconscious mind यस्तो माइन्ड हो जसलाई भनिन्छ तपाईको
हुन्छ भन्ने पनि एउटा कन्भर्सेसन छ। सो गभर्नमेन्टले
कहिले आउँछ बा केराला हुँदा आमाले अर्थाएको चिठीको बेहोराको अन्तमा